Hi, good evening. It is January 3rd, 2025, and my name is Lisa. So, this is day number three of our manifestation in 60 days. So, we're going to meet every day for the next 57 days because we've been doing this is day number three to talk about our manifestation and how it is ultimately transforming us and what we want to accomplish in life. So, what I have done is um, I'm using a journal to help guide and prompt us along. But each day, I'm hoping that I will get a little bit more. I'll be able to enhance my content by adding more information from different sources, right? So, what I've done is I start my journaling earlier so that when it comes time for me to do this video, I've had a chance to actually revisit what I've already done. And so I might have, different outlooks once I look at it again. But I've tried to prepare myself by at least doing the journal on my own. So I know that, people want to get started. I want to uh, try my best to, try to keep it to an hour. Hopefully it'll be an hour. I don't want to go over an hour. I don't want to be too much under an hour. So somewhere on average about an hour. So let's start with what are we following? What book are we using? Okay. This is a book from Amazon that I was able to purchase. Let me share it with you. Okay, hold on. Okay. The book that I'm using as a guide to help us in our 60-day manifestation journal. And so I say journey, but actually, you're actually completing a journal. It's a way to help us document what we're doing. It allows us to be more intentional because we have to focus on particular aspects of the journal. Okay. So the 60-day manifestation journal, basically, are you living your dream life now? Um, really, it's asking us when we want something better, we must do something better, right? Manifesting takes our active participation and ability to believe in ourselves and to believe in our connection to the universe. So, what this journal was asking us to see ourselves as we wish to be, and the dreams will come true, right? So, this journal is very structured. And let me go down a little bit. It has prompts. So, each day, now, the initial setup for the journal is I had to do a page that talks about myself. And I talked about that at the beginning, and I think I'll go over it a couple more times. But it talks about how much water do I drink from it gets the baseline. And so I'm like, well, I drink 32 ounces of water per day, but that's not enough. I really should be drinking at least twice that amount. They asked me what kind of vitamins I was taking, what kind of supplements. So I mentioned I could take vitamin B12, vitamin D, folic acid, and vitamin C. And those are just over the counter vitamins that I take to enhance my health, like to increase my energy, improve my mood, help with my metabolism, and then help prevent colds and sickness. And that's why I take all those vitamins. Then it also wants us to look at best foods for me. And so, yes, the first day I thought about, well, fruits and vegetables are good for me, right? And then day two, I was like, what about fish? I like fish, codfish, whiting, salmon, crab, um, and tuna fish. I like those fish. And for the most part, they're generally healthy. Crab meat may not be healthy, but yeah, I live in Maryland. Everybody eats crabs. So, but it's a lighter, it's better for your gut fish. So, I would say that's the primary meat of choice. But I do like chicken, right? But is that good for my health? So I went from fruits and vegetables. Day two, I started adding the fish. Now today, I'm going to say I do like chicken. Okay. Exercises that I enjoy: walking, spinning, water aerobics, bowling, line dancing, strength building, hiking, hot yoga, and camping. So, what I'd like you guys to do is, just to make this a little bit more interactive, like, what are fruits? I'm sorry, what are foods that are good for you? Are some of the people here vegan? Are some of the people pescatarian? Are some people meat eaters? So, what are the audience? What is it made up of? Are there people that actually like to only eat plants? I have to tell you that I tried, I think it's called purple carrot. Purple carrot is the name of the plant-based, and I'm not trying to market them, but the only thing about it is, I mean, it was a very easy. It was a package that would come in the mail, and all you had to do was cook the ingredients. But I just felt it was too much sodium. So it was plant-based, which was healthier. So I had plenty of fruits, plenty of vegetables, but then the sodium level was so high because it was processed. So and I found that with many of those, like those different like meal programs where you can order them. But it's just my opinion, allegedly, as they say. It's allegedly. Well, anyway, so it talks about that. And that's just about me. This is where it starts. So each day, and maybe I'll put this if people are interested. I can make it a little bit more formal, but each day the journal highlights certain aspects of your day and it wants you to really focus and reflect on that aspect of your life. So it says, "What am I grateful for today?" That's number one. So the journal wants us to think about what are things that we're grateful for today. Okay. And then it wants us to think about, okay, now after you talked about what you're grateful for, who are give you list three people who you love and want to wish and send good messages to them because there may be some trouble or inconvenience in your relationship or interaction with them, but you still love them. You want to wish them well. So it's asking us to consider three people. You might have one. It just depends on um, who you interact with on a daily basis. You might have maybe more than three. It just depends. Okay. So after you send love, it's asking us to sit for 5 minutes and ask for guidance from our higher self. Well, yesterday we talked about ways that you can look at your higher self. You do yoga, you could do meditation. I list, I think, at least 10 different ways that you can try to get closer to your higher self. And I'll have that in the link. But one of the things, mindful walking, you talked about. So the things that I like to do to get closer to my higher self, I like to do mindful walking. And mindful walking is just walking and paying attention to your surroundings, the present moment. Like how many birds do you see? You know, and I look up in the air because that's where birds are at. How many dogs do you see on leashes? How many are not on leashes? What's the smell of the grass, the pollen? Do you smell that? Or do you smell or do you hear a lot of cars? So it's all about focusing on the moment. And as you're walking, looking at your feet and really, really focusing and looking around on what's going on. Okay. That's one of the things I like to do. I like to do mindful walking. Some of the other things you can do is just um, yoga. I do like hot yoga. I mentioned that the other day. Other ways that you can try to um, listen to calming and guided meditations. I do that sometimes. So, in the chat, in the comments, when people, I don't have a chat, but can you put in the comments if you decide to join this? What are ways that you get closer to the energy? Like you try to use your higher self for the day. And so what that means is, do you try meditation? And so it's really like focusing only on you and what's happening in your life in the present moment. So what kinds of things have you tried? Like I said, it could be walking, it can be mindfulness walking, it could be yoga, it could be meditation, it could be deep breathing, breathing in and breathing out. Those are things that you could be using to try to cope, listening to music. Some people listen to those noises where it's white noise or it's raining or it's water. So those are things that are helpful to help you with just getting closer to yourself because you're just really focusing on only what's happening with you. Listen to your heart breathe. Listen to your heartbeat. I'm sorry. Listen to your lungs breathe. Right? How does it feel in your legs? How's just we're getting real close to your body. Okay. Then it also asks us to just write about life as if you had accomplished your goals. Okay. So what would it be like if you were to accomplish your goals? So this is almost like an exercise where Stephen Covey talks about starting with the end in mind. So even though we are trying to manifest and focus on trying to make things accomplish in our lives, this is saying act like it already happened. And this is how it happened, and this is how you would be if it happened. So this part of the journal wants you to write about. So this is like almost like in your imagination, and you would envision. And if I were able to be financially independent, because that's one of my goals, I would envision this. I would envision life for me to be a certain way. I would envision that I'd be able to do certain things in life. I'd be able to take care of certain people in life. I'd be able to reach certain goals and accomplish some of my purposes in life if I were to accomplish this. Okay. So that's the part of this aspect of the journal. So I would ask, if what do you think? What are some things that what would life be like if you've met your big goal, right? You've met your goal. Um, what do you envision things, to how would life be? What lessons have you learned as you went through the journey of trying to accomplish your goal? What were some of the techniques you used? So can you share some ideas? So that would be helpful. Okay. And so like I said, I've tried to I've been manifesting different things, and some of those things I have actually obtained. And then in some situations, I wonder, oh wow, this happened. But in other situations, I was like, okay, I was proud that it did happen. Okay, and it took me being more focused for it to happen. Okay. All right. Then the next section in the journal is the moon phase, and it talks about the weather. It helps us, and it wants us to give affirmations so we can, talk about that. And then it says, like, your kindness. Who did you help? Who made you smile? What made you laugh today out loud? Okay. Did you have appointments? Did you take any notes? So, what's your feedback about your day? What have you actively manifested? So, what goal were you working on today? Right? So, this is another task. It makes us accountable because I have to seriously look at and think, well, Okay, I have this goal. What did I do today to actively try to accomplish that goal? Right? Hold on. One second. So let me stop sharing. I forgot I had this on here. Okay. Okay, hold on one second. Just making sure. Okay. Okay. So then it talks about what did you do to actually accomplish, and then what inspired you today? Uh, what meditations did you accomplish today? What did you create today? What did you read today? And then it really goes back to self care too. How I took care of myself today. How much water did I drink? How much did I walk? And then cardio, yoga, it just breaks it down. The different things you could have done today to kind of work on yourself. How did you eat? What was your diet like today? And then the last part of the journal is section is what my dreams from the night before. So what I've done, and I don't know, it might help you, is when I started the journal and I got to the very last section that talks about my dreams last night, I couldn't remember. And I had to really think hard, like, what did I dream about last night? And I was like, I don't remember. So what I did was I didn't answer it. I didn't answer it. And so what I ended up doing was I decided that I would answer that question based on the following night. So today's I'm answering the question based on the night before. So, for example, um, for today, I'm looking at okay, what I didn't answer for today, but I looked at yesterday's. So it's almost like I'm documenting from the day before. It sounds confusing, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. The first day, I just didn't do it. And then each day since then, I've been basing it on the night before because I'm a day off because I didn't know that was going to be something I needed to think about. So I didn't really remember or focus on what I dreamed about the night before. Okay. So, I mean, these are just some techniques on how you get through this and how you actually try to maximize on the experience. So let me see here. All right. So I had to take a short break. I had to take a potty break. Okay. But anyway, so let's get started with today. I kind of did an overview of what the steps are for the journal. There are a couple areas. It's not steps, but areas that we'll cover each time. And so I've went through that. That was where I started. So now I just talk about the content and what um, I wrote, and I'm interested in hearing what other people have written. You know, can you provide some comments? But I'll talk a little bit about what I did. Okay. So, first, as usual, it says, what am I grateful for today? And so, it seems like it's repetitive, but I have to say, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful to have a loving and supportive family. I'm grateful because I have a safe and comfortable place to live. I'm grateful because I feel supported during challenges that happen in my life. So when things happen, I don't feel like I'm on an island. I don't feel like I'm alone. I have people in my life that will say, okay, I'm sorry to hear about that. They'll be there to support me. They'll try to help talk me off the ledge if that's what it is. They'll come and sit with me. So I do, or they'll talk to me on the phone for hours. So, I have people in my life that are there to help me when I'm having challenges. I learn something new that sparks my curiosity every day, right? So, this journaling and this transformation and the manifestation process that we're going through over the next, this total of 60 days, but now it's down to 57 days. I'm going to learn something every day because I'm going to be focusing on it. So, that's why I want us to, that's why I talked about the categories. And I actually add that maybe to the description so people can know like this is almost like the things that you have to focus on. Being grateful is the first thing. Um, I'm also grateful because I'm able to enjoy peaceful moments and be in solitude. I have peace. And I'm not having a lot of stress. I don't have a lot of drama. My life is pretty calm. So I'm glad that I have that. Uh, I'm grateful to see that we actually had it actually snowed today. So um, I'm grateful to be able to see it's changing the seasons. So those are things that I put. So, why don't you put, if you join me, like, what are some things that you're grateful about? What do you think about when you want to be grateful? What has happened in your life today that you should be grateful for? Okay. And so get used to thinking about things that talk about gratitude. Get get used to starting to focus on small things. And like yesterday, I talked about you can do like an atomic bomb. You can actually do like a brainstorming of different things that you can be grateful for about one aspect of your life. Okay. Today, I talked about more than one aspect. I talked about health and physical health. I talked about family and loved ones. I talked about knowledge and learning things. All those are all the things that I have to be grateful for today. There's plenty more, but I just want to share and give you some ideas of what I've done. But this is about not just about me. So I'm hoping to help other people. Okay, so now send love and good wishes to 3 people who trouble or inconvenience you in some way today. Well, when I think about my day, there were 3 people, of course, that kind of troubled me and caused me some inconvenience. And once again, I'm not going to get into the details, but I'm wishing them great love and success and good wishes. I'm over it. It was a brief um, sense of frustration, but everybody has an opportunity to do their own take make decisions on their own in their own way, right? So um there's free will. So I can't control you, nor can you control me. So why spend and waste a lot of energy and causing anxiety and being anxious about things that you can't control? So okay, I got frustrated. I did some self-reflection. I'm over it. Okay. Love you and best of luck. Good wishes. Okay. After sending love and great and good wishes, sit quietly for 5 minutes and ask for guidance from a higher self for the day. Okay, so we've talked about different ways to get guidance from the higher self for the day. We did a meditation on day one. I think day two, I had us listen to music and sounds like the water, because those are the sounds that some people, when they have difficulty with sleeping, they can listen to different sounds that help them with their sleep. So, but today I like to think about, you know, emotional focus therapy. But this is not um, an opportunity to have a session or anything of that nature. But emotion focus therapy is really focused on your emotions, particularly anxiety, and then being guided through a process that helps you not focus on the negative, right? You kind of focus, kind of restructure the negative to a positive because you talk about it enough. As you touch different parts of your body, right, that it eventually changes your perception of the problem. So that's just one thing. I don't want to, I mean, I was going to look at a video and kind of help show you a video of emotion focused therapy. But I put that in the chat. Not in the chat, but in the description, a video of emotion focused therapy. So for those that are interested in learning more about it. But this, like I said, this is not meant to be a clinical session, but it's just a way of helping people who are dealing with most most often it's anxiety about a situation. You know, like I said yesterday, anxious because I have to take my CPA exam, or I'm anxious because I have to do this presentation in front of a large audience that I've never done before. So instead of focusing on actually failing and not doing well, this helps the person focus on success because you're actually confirming it and affirming it over and over again as you touch different sensor points of your body. Okay, that's just enough. That's just one other thing. But yoga, I love yoga. Um, yoga really helps us get closer to ourselves. There's for some people who may be more unable to do the physical yoga, there's actually chair yoga. You know, and there's people on the website, on the internet, on YouTube that actually facilitate. Facebook, they do like chair yoga. You're moving your body. You're not getting out of the chair, but you're lifting your legs. So you're moving your body. Okay. Walking. Like I said, I told you I like to walk every day. So I spend, of course, longer than 5 minutes doing it, but I like to walk. Okay. So it says, write as if your life is already as you wish it to be. Repeat this every day to read it out loud at least 2 times a day. This is what I wrote in my journal. I have manifested and achieved financial independence. My business accounts are have enough finances to support programming and new initiatives, hiring of staff, right? I am able to come on this show, come on this, come on to YouTube. Now, I don't know about a show, but come on to YouTube and talk about my process through this transformation in this manifestation journal, how I'm using it, how it's helping me, you know. So I have been able to successfully, we're at the end of the 60 days is what I'm manifesting. And I've helped people and I've learned from other people and people have helped me because it's a community. It's not just me. It's me trying to help and guide and start the conversation. But actually right now I'm talking to myself. So if I get more people to start talking about it, it will help. I'm hopeful that I'll have more people to talk to about it. Right. And we'll go on to the next manifestation. Right. Because once you manifest one thing, if you accomplish it, it's time to start looking at other things. Right. Um, I looked at affirmations for today. Okay. I think making a lot of noise. All right. So affirmations for today is as they were yesterday, but I have some more. I walk with power and grace. I am invincible and unstoppable. I am joyful. I am free. I am strong. I am self disciplined. I am healthy. I'm grateful. We talked a lot about gratitude. I am valued. I am confident. I am courageous. I am worthy. So those are like daily affirmations. I'm creative. These are daily affirmations. These are things that you can say to yourself every day. So I have a wall of motivation that I have in my office. I'm going to show you it, and hopefully you can see this. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think it's up here. Okay. So let me see if I can get this to show up. Give me a minute, guys. Okay, here we go. Okay. So this is just a wall that I have of motivation. And we're not going to get through them all. But what I have on here is just things that are statements or quotes that you can say. And I'm going to go through some of them. Right here it says, I am good enough. A good day starts with a good mindset. I am in control of my future. I deserve happiness. I am healing. Dear self, I will never give up on you. Dear self, there will never be anyone who can be more than you can, who can do more than you can. I get my own back. I got my own back. That's Maya Angelou. Be famous, fabulous, and stop trying to fit in. So this is just a wall of motivation. It's a motivational tree that I have on my wall, and it's meant to just say, you are good enough. You deserve to be happy. You're in control of your future. So this is a motivational wall that I use. And so, like I've talked before, a affirmation can be something you put on a little a post-it. You put it on your refrigerator. You can line it on your wall. Like I talked about yesterday, there's apps that you can use to help you with your motivation. And the apps are really good because it's like you can hear it and get prompted all day long to get these messages, these notifications. You are wonderful. You can do it. You are invincible. Okay. Can you imagine hearing that all day long? It's nothing but positivity and just somebody building you up, building up your confidence all day long. Okay. We're going to come out of there. Okay. So, all right. Next part of the journal is okay. Moon phases. And I talked a little bit about it, talks about moon phases in the journals. And so the sign is Pisces. Moon sign is Pisces for today. I did a little bit of research on what moon phases are, but um, the current moon phase is the waxing crescent phase. So maybe we can dig a little bit deeper. So I just did a preliminary. Um, I just gathered information because I just was like, what is the moon phase? It does have something to do with astrology, but it's about where the moon is in certain parts of the day. Okay. Today's weather here in Maryland is 27 degrees was the low. The current temperature, the high was 31, the low was 24. And we had snow today. Not a lot, but we had snow and it did stick. I helped 5 people today. Of course, because of the nature of my work, they were people that I was working with for patients. What made me smile today? I was able to smile today because of I was able to watch the Jamie Foxx Netflix stand-up comedy. And I smiled, but I also cried. It was very emotional, like a roller coaster type of show. But I've been hearing about it. A lot of people said it was good. So I was able to watch that and it had me laughing. There were parts of it that had me laughing, but just like there were parts that had me laughing, there was parts that I was sad about. Did anybody watch it to Jamie Foxx on Netflix? Put in the chat if you have. Put in the comments if you have. I'm interested in finding out what you thought about it. I thought it was excellent. Okay. That also had me laughing out loud today. That's one of the questions. Okay, my appointments. I had 5 appointments. I talked about that earlier. What I did as far as notes that I took, I watched previous videos. So I did go back and look at the first day and the second day and looked at areas that I could probably improve or further explain different things about what I talked about. So I'm hopeful that I did that today. Continuing to manifest financial independence, creativity, and building my audience. What I did, one thing I did today to help manifest my goals, I once again showed up. I recorded today. I did the research. I completed the journal to help myself. But then also, I'm able to better take, I guess, guide when I've had a chance to actually review the material and actually try to manifest. This is something that I'm doing alongside of you. I'm not trying to be the leader. I'm doing it alongside of you. What inspired me today? I told you, I had 5 patients that I had to see, and one of my patients came in. It was one of my last patients, and she said, I'm happy to see you today. She said, you must recognize how important you are in the work that you do in mental health. She said, a lot of people are suffering, especially during the holidays in this time of year. So I'm pretty sure you're busy. And she said, I'm so glad that I'm able to come and see you and I have the opportunity. Okay. So that inspired me, right? It's like, wow, I guess I'm doing a good job. Well, I know, I think I'm doing a good job, but also people are getting the help that they need. The meditation for today for our daily bread. I did get a chance to look at that. It's fear of the unknown. So let's look at that for a minute briefly. This is usually pretty short. Okay, let me stop sharing. Okay, so yes, it's called fear of the unknown. How many times have we been afraid of the unknown? And taking on a transformational journey and manifesting your goals is actually considering the fear of the unknown because we don't know what's going to happen, right? We don't know if we continue to manifest and we continue to follow the prompts and, we're, you know, um, talking about positive affirmations. We're talking about things that we're grateful. We're doing all these things. And at the end of the 60 days, we haven't manifest our goal. Does that mean that it's not going to happen? No. And maybe we just need to surrender to God and continue to work on it. He knows the day and the hour. So that's all I'm going to say on that. I think we just got to continue to be hopeful and believe. Okay. All right. So today I did I did our daily bread. But also, once again, I went back to the four laws of power. I listened to that. So I didn't read it, but I do audio books. So I was able to listen to it while I was walking. So let's see. Number 2 is never put too much trust in friends. Hmm. What do you guys think about that? Let's talk about what he means by that. Okay. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Right? So keep a close eye on your friends. They get envious and will undermine you. If you co-opt an enemy, he'll be more loyal than a friend because he'll try harder to prove himself worthy of your trust. So what do you think about that? Have you guys ever, ever, do you feel like you shouldn't put too much trust in a friend? Because the friend could be jealous and envious of you? So this book is always what I'm noticing. This book from yesterday, it was never undermine your boss. This one is don't trust your friends. So this is a book that's kind of like the 48 powers. It's kind of a book, 48 laws of power. It's a book that's trying to help you to be more on the defense or offense. Offense, I say. Always thinking ahead, always trying the strategy to make sure that you're ahead of the boss or your friend. So you embrace enemies because enemies are always trying to prove themselves to you, where a friend will be jealous of you. So I'm interested in just hearing what other people think about this. The 48 laws of power. It's a book that's in place that people have really um, shaped their lives on, especially leaders. So, I'd like to maybe we can do a segment where we just go over the 48 laws of power. But we don't have a lot of time today. So, I'm going to keep going. Okay. So last section is about my self-care. So what did I do to take care of myself today? Well, I drank 48 ounces of water today, right? So I got more water in today. I walked for 60 minutes. I went to my walking area where I like to go, where there's the actual pond in the middle. It was cold though, because like I said, it snowed. But I had my heavy winter coat on and just bundled up, had gloves on, and just walked around for 2 miles for an hour. Okay. Um, didn't I guess it was cardio when I walked up hills. The stars a few hills in that trail. And I would say I did that about 10 minutes. No yoga, no dancing, no strength and training. What did I eat? I had eggs for breakfast and I had an Italian sub for lunch and dinner. I had half of it for lunch, half of it for dinner. No snacks today. Well, this is the conclusion of day number 3. And I know I kind of seem like I was rushed today. It seems like I am. But I just want us to kind of focus that there's certain areas of this journal that we want to tap into. So this creates opportunities for us to maybe get more information about certain aspects of the journal, so we can do some research. Like I told you, I'm going to look more into the moon phases. Um, Also, let's just talk a little bit more about what we're grateful for. Going through this process, what are we manifesting? What progress are we making in our manifestations? So I'm excited. I'm finding this to be very accountable and helpful for me. If I make sure I'm meeting with you guys and I'm actually on live, not on live, but actually recording this, that I will be able to um, follow the journal. So I will have to be motivated to do that. So because I want to make sure I'm able to meet with you guys. So well, it has been a wonderful evening. I have to get going. It's late. I think we've been on for about an hour. I'm going to end this recording and I'll see you tomorrow. Day number 4. All right. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.